Well, 2021, certainly a year of extremes when it came to the weather across the country. Here in northwest Arkansas, as well as River Valley, that was no exception. But how did the weather turn out overall? To answer that, once again, we send it back to Robert Suhr.
I'm back. That's right, Paul. Yeah, we did have many serious ups and downs in the weather last year. I mean, it got to 20 below in February, and then it was followed by triple-digit heat, dangerous humidity at times in the summer. But are those extremes the way all of 2021 turned out? Well, not exactly. We'll start with a look at the mean temperatures at Drake Field in Fayetteville. When we say mean, we mean we're counting the highs and the lows together. So when you take all of those numbers, we averaged a temperature for the year of 59 degrees at Fayetteville. That is above the climatological average, which is 57.1 degrees. So we were about 2 degrees warmer for the year in Fayetteville. In Fort Smith, it was, well, we'll get to Fort Smith in a second. In terms of precipitation for Drake Field, much, much less, just under 42 inches of precipitation. That's rain and snow for the year. They should get about 48.5 inches. So they were running a deficit over 6.5 inches. And the way that the patterns rolled out, if you remember all those rain events that we had, just north of Fayetteville got hit with heavy rain, and a lot of times the River Valley would get hit, and there would be a hole right where Drake Field is. That's why they're 6.5 inches short. If they took numbers for X and A for precipitation, it would be a lot higher. And you'll see Fort Smith here in a second. They did not have a precipitation deficit. For temperatures for Fort Smith, 63 degrees on the nose was the average temperature for the year. That is above the climatological average of 61.7, above an average by almost 1.5 degrees. Now, when we take a look at Fort Smith's precipitation for 2021, they had just barely over 50 inches for the year, so they ran a surplus of over 4.5 inches of precipitation. They had many rain events where they had the training, where they had rain and thunderstorms moving over the same area over and over again. So for the year, they ended up with more rainfall than they should on an average year. I dug through some other numbers, and here's some interesting facts about the year and weather last year. So at Drake Field, they had 40 days where the temperature was at or above 90 degrees. We should, on average, have 34, so a little bit higher than that. But when you look at days where they should have, at any time, was below 32 degrees, right where they should be, 94 days, right on average. And then Fayetteville recorded 60 days throughout the year where they recorded a thunderstorm, which is interesting. At Fort Smith, they had a big-time increase in days at or above 90 degrees. 83 days last year had temperatures at or above 90. They should only have 69. That is a huge jump. So not surprisingly, they were slightly below average when it comes to days where the temperature dipped below 32. Now, this is really interesting. They had 60 thunderstorm days as well, just barely above the average of 57. But what's interesting, Paul, is at Fort Smith, they had a thunderstorm recorded in every single month of the year in 2021. That includes January and December. So that is a look at the 2021 recap of weather. If you have more weather questions, you can always email us or catch us this time every Sunday for some more weather knowledge.